This is the Player 4 Podcast. Join us each week as we talk about video games, entertainment, and pop culture, and bring in guests from the Rooster Teeth community. Player 4 has entered the game.
What? It's a new episode of the Player 4 Podcast?
No way!
No, it's actually an old one.
Hello, I am Tristan, aka Shagrazir, on the Rooster Teeth website.
I am Alex, aka Chaos Black 21.
I'm Malachi, a.k.a. Suki Kiba.
I hate reruns. This is Joseph, a.k.a. J. Dunl-Apps, coming at you live or in a rerun. And we have a guest. Who's our guest?
I'm Andreas, a.k.a. ElToroGuaco on the Rooster Teeth website.
Welcome back, Guaco! When was the last time you joined us?
I think it was 1st of May or something.
Like last year.
Jeez, and he's already back?
It's back. Goodness gracious. So, tell us, because we've forgotten all about you. Who are you? Where are you from? What do you do for a living?
I'm from Norway, the cold place with 1.5 meters snow.
Oh, right, the setting for Elder Scrolls V Skyrim.
I'm sure that's a lot of places at this point during the winter time.
Yeah, it's been quite of a snowy winter. I play in the D&D campaign with Tristan, Malachi, and Alex previously.
I like how you said Malachi before me, even though Malachi joined us after you.
Yeah, well, you know, he's more handsome and stronger.
No, he is not more handsome and stronger.
Whoa, what?
That
Wait.
was shenanigans from the medicine.
Maybe we should fill Joseph in on exactly what this argument is about before we get too lost.
Can you give me the elevator pitch?
The elevator pitch is that they're playing D&D together. Both Alex and Malachi are playing Dragonborn, and there's a bit of a rivalry between them.
One-sided.
And that rivalry sort of came to a head in our most recent session yesterday, where Alex's character outright challenged Malachi's character and was trounced repeatedly and embarrassingly, to the point that he tried to angrily flip a table.
It failed.
And failed to do so.
Well, again, though.
And the table laughed at him.
He moved it like...
And then we killed the table. So I think that's about the fewest words you can use to describe what happened in any amount of followable detail.
Yeah, and he used to get really angry with my character Leah, outright say that she liked Malachi's character more.
So it's not like there's any shortage of things in the campaign setting Alex's character off.
Mulligan.
Alex just gets set off easily.
Trigger warning, Alex.
I appreciate the nod, by the way, Guaco, to the fact that I used to play in the campaign, and I will say, I really miss playing Tam. That was one of my favorite characters ever.
We still don't know Tam's fate. He might make a reappearance someday.
We have joked about it sometimes. He's probably laying in a ditch somewhere, eaten by one of those. I forgot the name. The tree we fucking found.
The important thing here is Guaco hates my character, apparently.
You mean a mimic? Because that
Mimic,
tree was
yeah,
a
that is
mimic.
correct.
The important thing is that Tam kept Riken from armor.
I thought that was kind of my favorite thing about Joseph's short run with the party, was that he came in, he's like, we're going to be heroes. He looked at the party. They were less heroic than he was hoping. And then immediately Alex is like, yes, magic armor. I want this. And Tam is like, no, put that back. And you go, but I want it. And he goes, no, put it back. You go, oh, fine, Mom. And then he leaves the party.
That's kind of a gross understatement of what transpired.
It is. It's called a summary.
Like, you summarized months of gameplay into one sentence and then focused on the last thing I did.
It was the best part about it.
I mean, you're disregarding the fact that the armor was like dedicated to the god my character served. And
we figured that.
No. You can't figure that. We wouldn't know that. He's right. Go on.
That's it.
No, I didn't say the characters did. I just said we did. The character that Riken just thinks he's an asshole, made him not let him have the armor.
And saved his life about a dozen times.
But didn't Riken then presume to swear an oath to get rid of that god?
I mean, that was because he didn't get the armor. So
So salty, he got it.
He's so salty. He
he's a very
swore,
stubborn, salty dragonborn
the
who
dragon swore a secondary oath to eliminate Pelor.
Yeah. So how about the topics we have for today?
Yeah,
What are the
the
talk about
topics?
those? What are the topics for today?
No, we already said topics. You can't change it. It's topics.
Sure that
Are you
says-
sure you didn't say Fropics?
Topics.
Yeah,
It's going to be listed as topics.
but it says Fropics. I'm looking.
So we
at it.
have, for some reason, Love Tap. I don't know why we
His
have
whole
that.
beginning thing was love tap.
We just did Love Tap.
Yeah, this was the love tap.
Okay. Great. I get to use that slate again. I'm so happy. Then we have Guaco Redux. I guess he's going to be laying down some beats for us, and we're going to turn that into music. Then we have our newest segment called Dunl-Apps, which Joseph talks to us about phone apps that he has played or has tried on his phone. Then we have Internal Mic, which I don't know why that's topic, other than the fact that they wanted to slip it in there for me. That's
Slip it in there.
Really, we just want to see the slate you come up with for that one.
Table reading. Yes, we have another table reading coming at you with our guest Guaco, so that should be fun to do. And then, as usual, for some reason I haven't made a slate for this one yet, but it's been a staple for us, is getting the flip out of here.
Coming at you live, reading from the table. Table read.
The sound.
Table read. So we already did Love Tap. What's the Redux with Guaco?
Yeah, Guaco, lay down some beats for us. What you don't realize is Joseph will turn that into sound and
That
music.
was.
I mean, that was
way too
pretty good on its
quality for
own.
our podcast.
Yeah, that was pretty good beatboxing. I was pleased with that.
Okay.
Well, that
So
was a
no.
great interview. So this phone app.
I mean, we got. So that was Guaco Redux. Now on to Dunl-Apps.
I mean, what would you want me to do in that section either way?
It was,
Oh, they
it was-
split Guaco Redux, and I'm like, oh, all right then.
I think that's when we were originally supposed to talk about me, but we ended up doing it before the load
That's
tap.
the inter portion, but they didn't actually put interview, so I had to make fun of it for it.
Hey,
Gosh,
Guaco.
it's again.
Yes.
So what's the snow situation where you are? You sent us a bunch of pictures on our Patreon Discord of just half your height in snow. So I'm curious.
Yeah,
what
it
it's
snowed
like over
even
there right
more
now.
a week later.
Half his height. He said it was 1.5 meters. It's like in his entire height. I'm making you out to be really
Thanks a lot for
short.
that, man.
You
Well,
got
that is
gotta
late.
throw it
It's
first.
really
Come on.
short.
We said meters. I want to bring something up after this.
It was closer to 1.5 yesterday, but it's been quite warm today, so some of it has melted, but it's still above a meter.
I'm
It's
jealous.
been insane lot of snow this year so far, and during January. It's been snowing almost every day for an entire month.
I'm envious. I want snow.
Yeah, I haven't seen this much snow since I think 2003, so it's a while.
It's like
Yeah, I sent a lot of pictures because you were to mention that you had some snow in Texas. I was like, oh, really?
what do you
And I
call
was
snow?
out walking right then, so it was.
This is
Well,
like one-upsmanship. This is next level one-upsmanship. This is international one-upsmanship.
We're talking about Texas snow. Is that what we're talking about? Because I saw it because I happened to be outside for that hour and a half.
Before it disappeared.
Well,
Yes, I mean it never hit the ground.
It was like that here the other day where it was just snowing all day, just constantly. I'm sitting in work looking out the windows, watching it snow and snow and snow. And then at like 2:00, I'm like, all right, let's see how bad it is. I walk up to the window and look down. There's nothing on the ground. None of it's None of it's. Yeah. It was
Wow.
so sad. There was no accumulation.
Well, that day I was walking outside while chatting with Joseph, and they had not plowed yet, and it has been snowing for the entire day, so it was snow past my boot heights on the sidewalk.
So it
So
wasn't
what's-
plowed by internal mic yet.
Is that internal Mike's job?
Apparently, plowing is.
Yeah.
He's the new Mr. Plow.
Darn it, I am so upset that I missed that joke the first time through. I'm disappointed, guys. I'm disappointed in me. Hanging my head in shame, crying into my ice cream.
Ice cream. Though I'm not sure if I want ice cream again.
Okay, I want
Cookies and
else up
cream.
too.
I mean, I guess with 1.5 meter snowdrifts, ice cream would look a little redundant, but also you're referring to something, aren't you?
Yeah, the D&D session before all the trouble with Riken happened. There's a reason he was angry. All of us were angry because we've been eating cookies and ice cream from this like elven fairy kind of girl.
Eladrin.
Yeah, Eladrin. Yeah, and they were apparently poisoned with something that caused us to be rather pissed and have stomach aches and headaches.
Who
So
could
the-
have seen that coming?
Yeah, come on. You ate cookies and ice cream and didn't think you'd get a tummy ache and brain freeze?
I think this is a little higher level of that.
Nah. You guys just no con score.
You know, after every time he's like, "Hey, who ate this? Who drank this?" Like that's not a giveaway right there that something's gonna happen to us.
The ice cream, I mean, it wasn't her who brought me the ice cream. It was this new elf in the party. How was I supposed to know that was poisoned?
I thought you would have learned your lesson from, "Can I sleep in your tent?" "Yes, little girl."
Oh,
Please join us
haven't
in this
really-
den.
haven't
Those
really
men
learned
are,
that much.
are rowdy and grouty.
Well, it's just because she was the virgin of the group.
Oh.
No, we had another one.
I mean, it's not like she was borrowing internal Mike's tent.
It's too busy
They could have
pitching one.
sacrificed Riken.
Are we just going to keep making internal Mike jokes because
Probably
you
not.
said the word tent?
I know, and then
It's
I
not like
said he was busy
she was
pitching one.
Internal Mike. There we go. I fixed the joke.
Please don't open that inside.
That's what she said.
But yeah, I'm sorry. I was under the impression that this podcast secondary thing was going to be internal Mike jokes.
Welcome to 5-question interviews, where we ask 5 questions and get the flip out of here. How is it going, Guaco Snow?
That was one question, by the way. You have 4 more.
Yeah, how's it going?
What is your quest?
To piss off Riken at least one more time.
What is your favorite color?
Purple.
So, Guaco, I was going to ask you some questions since we're doing a horrible job of having you as a guest.
Okay.
So, what is it you do?
I was studying film and television science.
Oh, cool. What size is the school where you're studying?
Size of the school? We got about 3,700 students.
Okay.
And the school's big enough to have about 1,004. So
Wait, so you've got way more students than you
what?
should have?
We've got 2,300 more students than they should have.
yeah, so naturally the schedule is extremely split. Nah, I don't think there's any other classes that have school the entire week. It's just not possible. There's not enough rooms.
Oh, yeah. Do you have any 5-day classes?
No, it's usually 1 or 2 days a week.
What is your favorite class?
Well, we only have 1 class at a time. But yeah,
What class are you currently taking?
currently I'm taking what do you call it in English? Method. It's something every higher education student needs to go through to technically learn how to properly write a bachelor. So it's the boring stuff.
How to write the Bachelor?
Yeah.
So the trick is you make him kiss a bunch of people.
No, not to show the bachelor like a like a bachelor task you write to get your degree.
Okay. It's like a research paper.
Yeah, you need a bachelor degree before you can make a master degree that you need before you can make a doctorate.
Yes. Okay. So with doctorate dissertation, with master's degree, it's thesis, and then what is it for bachelor's degree if you have to write one? Is it just a research paper?
Yeah, sort of. It depends. Depends what you study. For me, it's like an extremely detailed analysis, mostly.
Okay,
So,
I've heard
like,
it called dissertation before. There's an honors program at my college where they call it a dissertation, and only like 3 people write it.
Right. It's not like that. The school system in Norway is vastly different than the one in the United States, so it's hard to describe. But you technically write like a small book.
Okay, so what's your book
Normally
about?
20, 30 pages for a bachelor, 50 plus for a master.
Does it have chapters?
Yeah, mostly. So you write about your study. You choose a specific field you want to study, and you write a talk about that, like a specific article or analysis or interview, pretty much that kind of stuff.
Does it rhyme?
It can, but I don't see why I would want to do that. But if you study like fairy tales or something, then yeah, that would be useful.
Does it have pictures?
You can, but I have heard of people being sued for that before, so you need to be careful. Because I study film, and naturally screenshots from the films are copyrighted, and these sort of texts are published.
Yeah, it should be stick figures that you're approximating the film.
Yeah, that could work.
And he would not do it in the box. He would not tell him what was in the box. So Dr. Seuss.
Yeah, draw like a Dr. Seuss of 7.
Sure.
That would actually
I just got Tristan why in the discussion about topics you said sugar plum 7 was 7 in the middle. I just got it now because we were talking about 7.
Wow, really?
It also was a reference back to when you were trying to tell me how to write Sugar Pine 7 on the episode when you first brought it up, and you pulled that on me. You're like, replace the V. You're like with the number 7 in the middle of it, and I was writing it not the way you wanted it. And I'm like, yeah, but this is the way they write it for the movie 7. You're like, yeah, that's the joke I was trying to make. That was a long time ago. So blast from the
It
past.
was it was this past summer, I think,
Which
when
is
they were
like-
first joining the Let's Play Network.
Yeah, that's like a million years ago in my time.
In podcast time, it definitely is. Anything you guys want to ask Guaco?
What is your quest? No, wait, we did that.
Yeah, we did that.
So
I want to know if those horses all got corralled. Because we heard about horses running around
Yeah,
in
that.
1.5 meter deep snow, the Discord the other day. So now I'm just imagining all these Norwegians running around in snow near as deep as they are tall, chasing
Yeah.
horses down the
That
road.
surprised me too. I always thought horses didn't like snow that much. But yeah, this friend of mine that I'm live streaming with, she has another friend that apparently has like 8 horses, and they all ran away all of a sudden when she was streaming. So she had to run out and
Right in the middle of the
Caliber.
stream. She had to like end her stream and go chase horses around.
yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
So-
then that was in the Discord you just recently joined, Tristan.
So as far as I'm concerned, that's what life is like in Norway. It snows, you stream, and then your horses run away on you.
I feel like you're
Okay.
not too far from the truth.
Now every American listener knows what it's like to live in Norway. They
Yeah,
don't have
pretty
to
much,
go
yeah.
there themselves.
Yeah, when we don't have to shoot polar bears.
What is this?
But, but don't go
is
out
this
at
the
night,
island of
then
Lost?
trolls will get you.
Yeah. I was gonna say this has got to do with trolls, doesn't it? Because Norway
Yeah.
loves trolls.
It's probably
about Trolls 2?
that let
That's
the,
where all the trolls
go.
come from.
Yeah.
You love Trolls 2?
Troll Hunter 2.
Troll Hunter 2?
Troll Hunter 2. The sequel to
Don't-
Troll
What's the
Hunter.
sequel?
Trolls.
There's not. I'm joking.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure if you're talking about the Norwegian Troll Hunter or the animation from DreamWorks.
I was talking about the Norwegian Troll Hunter
Oh,
movie.
Okay. Yeah, no, that definitely doesn't have a sequel. I wanted to though.
I wanted to.
I haven't seen it myself, but I've heard things. Some
Yeah,
people say it's
actually, I've worked with lead actor in that film.
really. What kind of project were you working on with the lead actor of Troll Hunter?
Yeah, Otto Jespersen. I worked with him on. It was a promo video for a TV series. I had a role in it.
You had a role in it, so you're a TV star?
And that it was a promo video, so it wasn't aired. It was just shown to the production studio to greenlight the series, and then I didn't keep the role when it was greenlit.
It's closer than I've ever been.
Yeah, at
you
least I
gonna
got to
do
work
something?
with some people I've been looking up to. I mean, Otto Jespersen has been my favorite Norwegian actor my entire life, so working with him, that was huge. Especially when he walked up to me. I was worried because he was constantly sitting with his iPad, so I didn't want to disturb him. So I didn't want to introduce myself. I was worried to talk to him. And then he just took away his iPad and walked up to me and started a conversation. I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
It made me feel important.
I was gonna say, did you explode?
And then you guys
Nah.
became best friends.
No, I didn't get his phone number. I regret that.
They became best friends. They went to the bar together. They started hanging out together. Now they're married.
Oh, Downey figured it out.
That reminds me of that story about the D&D campaign.
Is this the one where you try to? Yeah, you try to put. I want to push the orc off the bridge. All right, roll. I rolled a 1, and you go to push him off the bridge, but instead you gently caress his back. He turns and tries to crush your neck, but rolls a 1 and instead gets his fingers tangled in your hair. It was a really good one.
It was a simpler time back then. He chuckles to himself.
It was like 10 years later.
Yeah.
Still married.
You're worried that any natural 1s and it's going to lead to an awkward letter home to mom.
So let's move on to Dunl-Apps.
Let's do that. What's this lap that you've done this time?
So I joked that I play a new app every week, and it turned out not to be a
Wasn't
joke.
really a joke.
Yeah,
It's the joke that keeps not joking.
that's
Yeah, we're still waiting for it to be funny.
ha.
I get it.
Sorry, I had to cough.
It's okay.
So the game I started playing this past week, while I'm still playing Galaxy Reavers, it's slow going with Galaxy Reavers when you get to the more difficult fights because the repair time on your ships is longer than a minute. Sometimes it's upwards of 15 minutes. So I have been spending some time with Star Wars Commander, which is an app where you have a base, much like in an RTS, only that is your base. You don't start over every time. You don't go to a level and you start over. You build a base, you have troops and everything. You do the battle, and then you have to start in a new level, in a new place with a new base. This is your base. Because of that, you're able to move things around as you wish. You can redecorate your base whatever you want without having to pay to do so. There's walls, there's turrets, there's resources, there's troops, there's landing pads. And it starts off pretty easy to get into. Their first day, everything that you build is pretty quick, but after a while you get to a point where it's a few hours and then it ends up being 12 hours, 24 hours to make things. So it's definitely a game that after a while you can just come back to. Look at the time that it takes for this building to finish. Oh, it's 12 hours. Okay, well, I'll come back in 12 hours. Maybe check every once in a while and collect your resources. So I would recommend if anyone wants to play Star Wars Commander, don't spend your little gem thingies that every game has that you can buy. It gives you enough that you can buy an extra droid. And after that, the only way you get it is randomly you'll get like 2 at a time. Otherwise, you have to spend money on them. So save them. Don't use them, even though you're tempted to on your first day to make things go faster, because if you can get up to 500, you can buy a 3rd droid, and you can't upgrade buildings or build buildings without droids, and they are the ones you're looking for.
So put up with the slow. Don't spend your points.
Yes, don't spend your points. I did that, and I'm having enough fun, where it's not that bad that I did that. There's something called squads. So you got a lot of games that are MMOs where you've got guilds and things that are basically guilds. It's not a guild. It's a kinship. This is Tolkien. Ooh, that's the voice I should do later.
There you go. So how many people are in your squad, Joseph? This is important.
Squads are capped at, I think, 24. And so you just look at a group and you just look at the list of squads looking for people and you just hop in one.
Okay.
The first one I was in, they were a little too serious for my taste. There's a PvP element to it. You start off with 3 days of protection, quote unquote protection, and you can essentially spend $1 to get a day's worth of protection from PvP, or you can just take it, and that's another way you can spend your gems. But what happens is when the protection wears off, or if you attack another player on the other faction, your protection will just wear off. At that point, you're vulnerable to attack from a random enemy who wants to attack someone. Once they've attacked you, if it's successful, then you have protection for 12 hours.
Okay, so you can only be attacked once per 12 hours.
Pretty much, yes. And the worst that happens is they get 10% of whatever resources you have.
Okay.
It's not the worst thing ever, especially...
So you can't, die and be destroyed.
Exactly. I was worried about that, so I looked it up. Because I didn't want to play a game where I could just be wrecked like that. So I looked it up.
Eve.
Yeah, pretty much, right?
Poor Eve.
So losing 10% of your resources when you've only been playing maybe less than a week doesn't really matter because you're going to hit a point where you're getting more resources than you can spend. And so you might say, well, Joseph, I could just save it up and buy something big. And the answer there is you're actually capped on how much you can have.
No.
So there's buildings you can build to increase that cap. But upgrading them takes time, just like anything else. And I'm at a point where it takes half a day to upgrade any of them. So I'm currently capped on gold. And I'm just like spending it on second tier troops instead of third tier troops right now just to get it spent so I can collect more. If someone were to attack me, it wouldn't matter because it's not until next morning, this coming morning when I get out of bed, that I'll even be able to increase the cap. So still, it's a good game to come back to, and you can connect your Facebook account to it, which means you'll get a notification on Facebook when you're on desktop saying, hey, yo, if this is a computer you play on a lot, it doesn't say that, you can download this game center thing for your PC from which you can play this game. So if I'm at my office at work and I'm just not doing anything, I can turn it on the computer instead of on my phone, which not a lot of phone apps you can do that.
Okay. So you can kind of go back and forth between the computer and the phone pretty smoothly without losing anything.
Yeah, it saves automatically. It's kind of like Star Realms. So I've said that there's Steam Star Realms and there's Android Star Realms, and I'm assuming iPhone. So that is my Dunl-App review.
Yeah, Dunl-App.
Dunl-App. I like that. It is Star Wars Commander. I recommend trying it out if you like RTSs. And the reason I looked it up is because I like playing RTSs and I like playing games in general. But I've been trying not to spend a lot of time at the computer lately, the past few months, and I've been trying to spend time around the family, around the kids. With the computer in my room, that's not possible if I want to play a game in my room. So I've been trying to find games that are similar enough to games I like playing on the computer. So for RTSs, playing Commander and Galaxy Reavers are good replacements for playing an RTS on my compuper.
All right, then.
So
that is my review. Moving
Thank you
on
for that
to
Dunl-App.
the internal mic segment.
That's just sort of the whole podcast.
Sounds uncomfortable.
Real
So
quick, I'm going to explain that inside joke.
Yeah. How is the mic situation going over there, Alex?
Yeah, Alex was having trouble with his internal mic settings, and I said internal mic sounded like a porn star name, and it just went from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I proceeded to say that I thought it sounded like a dildo.
Just keep escalating it.
Yes, what's next, Tristan?
Finally, we have a table reading. Yay! We've chosen a iconic, memorable scene from the old movie Ghostbusters. So hopefully everybody will have some enjoyment going into this. The scene takes place on the roof of the condominium building in which one of the title characters, played by Sigourney Weaver, lives. This is the scene where the Ghostbusters confront Gozer the Gozerian. The part of Peter Venkman will be played by our guest, Guaco, who will be doing his very best Eric Cartman.
Sweet.
Ray Stantz will be played by Alex, who will be playing his classic Arnold voice.
I'm still not going to say anything.
That's fine. Egon Spengler will be played by Joseph, who will be doing a nerd voice of some kind. How would you describe it?
Actually, we prefer the term Redditor.
I have been credited. It was a bad joke. I know. I'm sorry. Winston Zedmore will be played by Malachi. And Malachi will be doing a solid Snake voice.
Gonna destroy this table read.
And I gave myself Ghost of the Gozerian so I can do my Dr. Claw voice.
I'll get you next time, Gadget.
That was actually really good.
All right, so the scene starts off on the roof at night in New York City. Gozer materializes in front of the Ghostbusters in the form of a woman. Scene opens with Ray.
Hi, Gozer the Gozerian. Good evening. As a duty-designated representative of the city, county, and state of New York, I order you to cease any and all supernatural activity and return forthwith to your place of origin, or to the next convenient Paris dimension.
That's how to do it. Thank you very much, Ray.
Are you a god?
No.
Then die.
Dum, 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 dum.
Ray, when someone asks if you are a god, you say yes.
Sub-creatures. Gozer the Gozerian. Gozer the Destructor. Vulgus Sildroha. The Traveler has come. Choose and perish.
What do you mean, choose? We don't understand.
Choose. Choose the form of the Destructor.
I get it. I get it. Oh, very cute. Whatever you think, oh.
Sorry, I had to swallow.
That's what she said.
J. Edgar Hoover will appear and destroy us, okay? So, empty your heads. Empty your heads. Don't think of anything. Don't fucking think of anything. We all got one shot at this.
The choice is made.
What? Hold on. What?
The Traveler has come.
Nobody chose anything. Egon, did you choose anything?
No.
Wisdom, did you?
My mind is totally blank.
I didn't choose anything.
I couldn't help it. It just popped in there.
That's what he said.
What? What just popped in there?
I tried to think.
Look.
No, it can't be.
What is it?
It can't be.
What the fuck did he do, Ray?
Oh, shit.
Stomp, stomp, stomp from the.
It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. We need to get to the chopper.
Well, that's something he does here every day.
I tried to think of the most harmless thing. Something I loved from my childhood. Something that could never, ever possibly destroy us. Mr. Stay Puft.
Well, nice thinking, Ray. Nice fucking thinking.
We used to roast Stay Puft marshmallows on the fire at Cap Wakanda.
Well, Ray has gone bye-bye, Egon. What have you got left?
I'm sorry, Vinkin. I'm terrified beyond the capacity for rational thought.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Funny, us going out like this, killed by 100-foot marshmallow man.
Actually, I have a radical idea. The door swings both ways. We could reverse the particle flow through the gate.
What? How?
We'll cross the streams, if you know what I mean.
Excuse me, Egon. You said crossing the streets was bad.
Cross the streams.
You got a dangerous client. The nice lady you paid us in advance before this became a dag.
Not necessarily. There's definitely a very slim chance we'll survive.
What? I heard this, Pat. I decided to be a part of it. Let's do it.
Oh, this job is not worth $1,100, $500 a year.
1,100, 500.
So, oh my God, when did we do that last part? I was trying to think.
Magic.
No, I'm not editing that.
That's not it.
Fine, we'll just leave it at that.
Live and uncut. Malachi has gone wild.
So it's supposed to be 11,500. Oh my God, 11,500. I was thinking that, but I was trying to separate it sound, trying to make it sound right, and I just stumbled. It's terrible.
11,500.
11,500. That's how you say that.
That's 11,500.
You say
Actually, the
11,500.
nomenclature.
So I hope that was a fun scene for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm ready for my close-up.
Mr. DeVille.
Extreme close-up.
Extreme
Yeah, I think the
science.
problem is I can't do a long set of lines with Caboose. Like, that's too hard for me.
Yeah, I get that.
I was really excited about Caboose. Like reminiscing about Stay Puft from his childhood.
That would have been great, but that first part just scared me. I'm like, I can't do a good caboose in a long term for a long.
I get the same with pretty much any Nintendo characters. I can only do them like one word at a time.
That's okay.
And sentence just becomes weird.
Me.
Mario. All right. So I think that's about all the time we have for tonight. Oh yeah, we are way over time. So good night, everybody.
Time to get the
Let's
flip
get the flip out of
here.
Yay! Flipping.
I'm waiting.
Good night, Guaco.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Hashtag goodbye.
Goodbye.
It always happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't shout about it if I get talked over.
I didn't get to say goodbye yet.
Hashtag goodbye.
I think I
You
could.
kind of sound like frat bro burping his alphabet.
Oh my god.
Really?
That was a good Cartman.
Yeah, that was good.
Say you killed Kenny.
I think I could do steak.
Oh my god, it killed Kenny.
Now say you shot Church.
What? Oh yeah, caboose.
You shot Church, you team killing hard. In Eric's voice.
He's not tragic, team killing.
Fuck, I fucking do it.
Team killing Tucker.
Woodchuck.
Tucker, don't get jealous.
Telling a story, man. Do you think I was a good kid, Church?
Internal mic.
Is that the Ice Planet?
It's that movie with what's his name? Who's all ripped and he does the stripping.
Magic Mike.
No, Internal Mike is the sequel.
No, they already have a Magic Mike 2.
Yeah, that's the subtitle. Magic Mike 2. Internal Mike.
Mike. Oh, I know Mike's late now.
Wait.
Magic Mike
Are you
2.
sure Internal Mike wasn't the prequel?
Internal Mike.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
are you talking about his
It's
dad?
before it
I think
became
you're talking
magical.
about his birth.
The Great Escape.
It's just the whole movie is just him as a fetus planning his escape.
God.
And she's like cracking jokes like this baby's gonna be a dancer. Ooh.
Okay.
Thanks to the following patrons for making this video possible. Support us at patreon.com/player4podcast.